welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So here in the second part of AutoCAD's hands-on training, in the first video where specifically with we had a class on what do you have we our dealing is with tools, and it's a drawing tools part. It's a draw palette, and now in the second part we'll now move to the modified palette. So it's a modified palette this side, to the right side of the screen. And today we'll take one by one. We'll look into that. Erase, copy, mirror, offset, array, move, rotate, scale, stretch, trim, extend, and break at point, break, and all this join, and then chamfer, and I'll fillet, and then finally explode. So we are having almost around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tools, modification tools is there, and today we'll take let's see how much you can cover. And most importantly, we'll take down it's a erase, copy, and mirror, offset, array, move, rotate. These are very much important. These are very much required. And as in the last video, we have done this part. This is the region one. This is region, and this is just the reverse of the region. Is the explore here. Today we'll discuss about this. So let's start with the, we'll see, it's a, now here in this video, today's learning will compare both, and shortcut keys will also take, along with the command lines command, what the AutoCAD will show to us. So now let's begin with the second part on hands-on training on AutoCAD. So, as you have learned that how to draw a line, so manually I'm drawing. First point click, not to specify, don't waste time. Second click, now go for skip. And now we have to erase. As I told you, there is a point of erase that even if you are selecting like this, this is the select. Now you have clicked on the erase, use the pencil with the eraser, and then you come and select it, select the object. Then this is the left click. So let me show you. Left click in the erase part, bring it in the object, left click, right click, done, gone. So go for the left click, select, draw any object like it's a circle. Left click in the object, in the tools bar, there's a modify toolbar, and select this erase by left clicking on it. Bring your mouse, you'll be finding one square, small square, and this square is basically you'll come to know that some input you have given that I told you in the last video. And now then we'll click on the circle, left click, right click, gone. So it's very really I will specifically go for a click, delete, it's gone. So it's totally up to you that I'll do it. So it's very simple. Erase part is nothing to worry about. Now we'll copy. Better to show the circle, a small circle we've drawn manually. We are not going with all this and 2p, 3p, 4p. If you're thinking of going into 2p, then escape, select circle, don't click 2p. It is showing 2p there in the white part. Enter 1.2.2p, done. Now we'll go for the copy. This is the copy. Now left click, copy, bring it again. Square means you have there's some input. As you have left click on the icon of copy, so copy is under process. Now you have not executed. Left click on the object, right click, it will tell you just to take the reference point along which you will be copying that object. So it might be I'm taking this part. Now it'll copy like this. Now let me show you. Let me show you. Copy. Left click. I'm selecting this and left click again on the selecting. When it will be selecting an object, bring this square on the object. Left click. It will come a dotted line. Right. Then go for the right click. Now I'll select the reference point as center. Now see. Movement. Now the plus sign cursor is in the middle of the circle, but whereas this initially when I selected the circumference of the circle, like this, if I'm getting any of the circumference, this circumference, so see this see the plus sign, it is residing with the circumference of the circle. Just before this, it was with the center of the circle. So this is what actually I was talking about, that that part is to select the reference point along which we'll take an object to copy here. And now let's come to the professional part. This is the very tricky part. You'll be finding it when you're going for any academic lessons. You'll be given the books, the commands. Go left click, bring it, click on it, go for the right click, and then select the reference point. Forget about all these points. You will not have much time on the drawing when any of the company joining for the professional, if joining for anywhere. If I'm thinking of joining anywhere, I'm doing some drawing, you have been separated time and to finish drawing, if to finish your drawing, and not a single drawing. Might be if you have been doing some single drawing, you might be doing it drawing with a very, it's not a very just to draw in a circle, but drawing is something like, it's a very complicated civil drawing, might be it's a panel drawing. So it's a time-taking process, so you have to be the faster one. So you have to, even if you have some stipulated time within which you have to deliver or not, so within a stipulated time you have to deliver, then you have to finish your work as soon as possible. So that time you have to find some shortcuts, and that shortcuts now I'll show you. So that will be something like see, draw a circle, go directly, just watch it in the white part, CP space bar. Got my point. It's nothing to select, just to CP space bar, select, right click, take it, done. Not to move your mouse here, not to move your mouse there. You'll do it like a king. Don't, no, I'll show you that. You have to do it like, if something like this is. So what you'll do, if you're thinking of in the cover selection, CPU space, make it more faster. Initially selected, initially you selected, initially you selected, initially you selected, done, CP, spacebar, take it. Okay, done, got it. Cool. Now we'll go to the mirror part. Now when mirror is read, suppose I'm showing you, you'll have to draw a fact, you'll be drawing some diagram is, and some of the part is something like this. Let me show you. It is having suppose you have to draw. Okay. Let's show one. Okay, I'll show you this part, what I'm doing now. This I'll show you later. Okay, done. Now suppose you have to draw another one, the same size. You have to follow in the just this side. You have to make it, actually this is a half triangle. You have to make a full triangle. Somehow, some of the portion inside your drawing, and you have to maintain an equal dimension with respect to every side, every edges, every vertex, and everything. Everything you have to make some sort just a identical one part, just to this figure. Somehow take the example of this. So you've been selecting this. Oh, let me show you in general that when this is the mirror selected, select object, everything. When we're selecting, go for a left click, then right click, reference point. This is the reference point. Okay, then left click. While moving that vertex, I just pressed my left button of the mouse, right click, enter, done, bingo, it's gone. Now it's a very so let me show you that if I've been drawing like this. So I took time there to make you understand. So it's something like this. Okay. So this is the faster one that we can do by following that. Bring it selected, and now let's move with the command part. So if something like this, it is. So if you initially select it, done. See the speed. Again, you want to see. Again, you want to see. I'd love to make it so. Okay, done. Bring it back to done. See the speed. This is much faster as compared to that one. So much good. So what you have to do, you have nothing. Yeah, just it's a Control Z, escape, because it was square as there. I told you yesterday. So if you square inside, that indicates that some input is it's waiting, because CAD is waiting for some inputs. So you have to replenish that inputs for the new inputs that we'd like to give to the AutoCAD. Now I'd like to go for a Control Z, remove it. Okay, select it initially, just select it, MIRROR, space bar, select, make it, double enter, done. Got my point? Again, I am showing you. Okay, let me show you. Okay. Select MIRROR, enter, select, double enter, done. So fully you have to select, complete selection of the object that you would like to make a mirror of that. Then write MIRROR in the white part. You are getting a view that mirror is there. Space bar or enter, we can go for anything. Select it, vanished, don't worry, double enter, 1 2, done. Press escape. So if you go for a single enter, it's also work, because something it's okay. So MIRROR, yes, it's a mem is missing. Enter. Oh, this time I missed it, because initially MIRROR space, make it happen, make it, enter, done. Go for single enter, it will be okay, fine. So hold selection, MIRROR space bar, select, enter, done. Okay, we are done with this. Forget about it. Now this is offset. Why offset? Offset is you know, offset is basically this. It usually helps in maintaining an equal space between two lines. Now suppose I'm drawing one line. Now I'd like to go for offset, and then I have to put some nearest distance, and that I'm making it 10, suppose. Okay, now enter. Let me show you the distance. This is the dimension. This is the quick quick dimension you'll not be able to get here to find for the linear one. Linear. That's it. Bingo. The 10. You're getting 10 over here. I gave 10 over there. So it is taking now the 10. The equation. Now you'll be able to make this something like, let me show you. Now I don't want to go there. It's a very, for somehow it will reduce your speed, and so you have to maintain your speed. You have to your approach has to be the aggression one, because you have to finish it in simpler RAM. That's what's telling you. So go for OFFSCT or offset. Go for it. So enter distance. Suppose you're manually taking distance like again 10. Okay, we can make it spacebar. Select object to offset. Okay, now specify the 4 point on site. So we have to make offset there or there. So here, done. So what I did, just select it again, select the object to offset. I'm selecting it and point on the sub. It is done. So once you are doing it, select the object, done. Select the object, done. So the second one click is which side would like to put a gap. So let me show you. So what 10 10 and 30. So now if it is 10, then the 1 2 3, say I'm giving a space for around 1 2 3, these three spaces together, 10 plus 10 plus 30, then we can go for a linear distance measurement dimension. We can get a 30 over there. So let's check. So linear dimension here. Okay, bingo, it's gone, done. So getting it. So what we have done, so let's go. So you remember the last class, set space is space. Okay, we got it. So it's has to be remove everything, draw the line, simply draw the line and go for, okay, so better go here with the offset, click on the offset, click the distance. So I am doing here around 50. Suppose press, I'm writing 50, enter. This is the right click on the object, and this is the sorry, left click on the object. Oh, let me show you the mistake, don't have to miss it. So this is the offset, click on the offset, left click. You have to maintain the distance. It is around, I took around 20. Let me take 20. Okay, spacebar or enter, anything you can give. Now select the object. This is the left click. Again, on which side you have to offset. If that side I would like to go another left click, done. Again, select which side you have to you would like to go for offset. So this is the select the object I would like to go for offset. So this object I want to make offset. That means I want to make another line reference to this line with the distance of around the input that I've given 20. So this side now. So let us check the dimension, a linear. So if this is 20, this is 20, then this and this has to be 20 plus 20, 40. Okay, done, bingo. So that's all about offset. So you can go for it, select an offset. So this is the final one. I'll not tell any more. This is left click on the offset. Distance you have to make, there's 15 I'm giving this time. Spacebar or enter, anything. Last time I showed you by giving input using spacebar. Now it is enter. Left click on the object, that one, that the object, on the object which you would like to go for offset. Now select the direction on which you would like to go for offset. Whenever the selecting the direction, then also you have to give, there is no question of any right click or that. You have to only go with the left click and all that. No right click. Left click selection, offset selection, then giving the input, then left click to select the object which you would like to go for offset. Then last left click is to which side you go for the offset. And I'm going here. It's not 15 as of giving 15. Now again, you, left click, select which side. I would like to go this side better because no space I'm getting over there. 15. So that's it. So now if I'm giving, so I have to remove the input So I have to discontinue the input sequence. So that's why I pressed escape, and now linear distance 15 plus 15, 30 has to come. Okay, let's check 30. And now if to go for a repeat linear, okay, okay, done it. That's it. So now if I go for a linear, now this is 20, this is 15, this is 35. Okay, let's go another linear and linear. Okay, that's so done. 20 and 15, 35 we are getting. So that's why this one is 35, 15. So everything is perfect this side. So this is how you'd like to, you have to draw, you have to follow the, you have to manipulate the offset part in the case of AutoCAD. I've told you the sequence that left click, and first you have to draw one line, just go to the left click offset. Now say the 15 space bar, as I've given the input, it's up to you what the input you'd like to go. Select the object. This I have to make also. Now select, that selection is with the, by following the left click. Selection of side is following the left click. Again select the object. Already input given with the 15 gap is of around 15 has to be there. Select side, left click. So it is done, all left click. So each and every line is spaced equally because they are having a equal spacing of around Z space, E space, and we are getting 15, 15, 15 total gap is equal to 35, it's 30, 45. Within 45, we are drawing 4 lines equally spaced each other. So this is what actually the function of offset is. And now this is array. This actually in 2007 version, it's very different, and we'll be moving to the higher version of AutoCAD. There it is more complicated as compared to 2007. So if you're been learning from 2007, certainly more difficult for you to get accustomed with the latest version of AutoCAD. So because there you have to follow some different rules. So better I will teach you how to um, follow, how to incorporate this array modify tool by using command line, but not to clicking on this arrays, because here even you click you'll get you're getting a window like this. But in case of AutoCAD 30 and AutoCAD 15 or some these higher versions of AutoCAD, you'll not be getting this kind of any input, any windows basically. So there you'll be having a different kind of structure, so then it might get confused, and it might not have to get confused, because you have to be confused because initially, literally, if I did a student, so initially it was also very difficult for me to incorporate the same with my students while they were with the they came to me with their latest version of AutoCAD. So basically, I prefer to give initialization to the novice people with this AutoCAD 2007, because once you will be accustomed to 2007, and then it's not much difficult for you to adopt, and to auto self-learning process is also there, which is a very more powerful thing. So then it will be able to, with the basics of this 2007, it will be able to make it out in case of a hard version. So better I'm just teaching you the common part, that the part is equally can implement in case of the hard part, so that by learning this is this array part from this video, you'll be able to incorporate this in the case of higher version of what which are having that, if you're having that with you. So let's check. So make it cancel. So which array? So array, we can give a very best and very good example, something like with the help of circles. So that's why you will following circles over here. Small circle, let's draw. And now we'll be following array. So find, initially selected it. Cool, space bar. Okay, it came, huh? That's brilliant. So, okay, let's set this kind of rectangular array is all around. It's a bit, it's a matrix form. It's a row into column, something like this. So if you can preview it, you can get a preview of like this. If you want like to go for modifications, to go for it. And then you can do something like 2, so we can see for it's 2, it's coming, it's not space. So better to offset, it is given 1, so we are giving 10. So let's preview. Yes, it is coming. And here we'll also give 5. Let's see. Okay, so here is the fact that this is the offset. Just now I taught you what is offset, the space between the two objects. So row, we are giving 10, and column, this is the column, this is the row. I think you understand, this is column and this is the row. So column offset, that is this and this column, this gap is 5. Basically, let me show you, make it, and so you can preview it from here. And if you want to make it finalized, so then you can click on accept part. If you want to modify, then go for the modify and change it. So I just make 2 columns and 4 rows. So check, this is the 2 columns and 4 rows. So in the 2 column it is there, so let's accept it. Now to check the, now let's draw a single line with the help of the center point. Okay. Now no need to draw a line because you have a center point. Now we'll check the dimension. Okay, now I'll take the linear. Let's check that what the offset we give. Yes, it is cool, it is right, because let's check here why it was 5 and 10. Okay, column offset is 5, column offset, this is column, this is row, so it is 5, and now row is, it is 10, so this will get 10, it is row. So this is how we can design one rectangular array if you would like to go for a structure like this. Now the question is, what is the function of another array? Is there any another array? Yeah, cool, it has to be there. So let's check. It's a polar array. Okay, so it will follow a circle. It's a bare one, so how we'll be able to make it happen? So let's check. So why we do, suppose we have been thinking about designing something like this. Suppose we are having a big circle, and the circle is something like this much. Okay, done. Let me draw, let me take it down. Okay. So we can, when now suppose we would like to draw this circle along the circumference of this bigger circle, and like to make some design. So we'll think of the design later on. We'll show you with other commands. And now let's make it scatter one. We have to follow a continuous circle the total along the period is the circumference of the bigger circle. So then if you have to go for a hard work, then you have to draw another circle here. You have to draw another, but it's very difficult to maintain equal distance and everything like that. It will take hours after hours, and if you complete this entire design, and then also not be able to find a perception level to the mark. So now let's check. Now here we go for the array, array y space polar, and see here it's a total number of items given, so I'd like to go for 8 items somehow. So it was given 4, and I'd like to go for a, and finally we'll get a preview structure, so don't worry about that. And angle to fill, it's around 360 degree. Okay, will be 360 degree to fully fill the circle. It's a 360 degree. Now to find the center point, this is the center point. So let's check along this circle. We have to rotate this, so we have to find center point as we compare this design. So this will be the alignment of the small circles along the this perimeter of this circle. So we have to select center point as this. So this is the center point along which this see this, the items will be aligned, will be arranged actually. So in that case, we have to, the selection of center has been done by selection of center of the, by selecting the center of this bigger circle along which will align this, will arrange this small circle. And now then we'll go for a select object. Now this object we'd like to, then the select object, go for a left click, then right click, then come to the preview. Okay, now you're accepting this. If you'd like to modify, go for it 10, and make it a preview. 10 ports, it's coming, it's accepting it. So let me show you another again. No, initially, if you'd like to select it, select initially A R or A Y, polar, select and it'll be having a center point. I've selected items given, angle given. This is the angle to fill, and preview. You are getting a preview of this. You are accepting it. It's done. It's very easy. It's very easy. Okay, now when you'll be doing, I think it's clear. Let me show you on one again. If you are not selecting initially, so what you have to do, where Y space bar, select object, this object, left click, right click, go for the center, select center. And now I'm selecting it, but it is not needed because initially I've selected, so the coordinates are set. And then preview, so it's number of items are given, and rotational angle is given 360 degree. If I change it to 180 degrees, see what happens. Preview it. Okay, so it's 180 degree. Okay, got my point. What exactly happening? So it's 360, preview it, it's done, so accept it. So this is all about. So if you have been thinking of moving this this command part, so this C array Y. And so here, nothing after the again. So see, the coordinates have been given 28821451. So if I'm selecting it, 28821451. So I told you that initially I've selected, so coordinates are all set. So when, if you're like selecting it initially, so previous not coming. Why previous not coming? You have to be confirmed that previous is not coming, because which object has to be arranged like this is not confirmed by AutoCAD. So go for the select object, select it, left click. By left clicking on the object, was selecting it, and in the array window also, you have to left click on the select object, and come here, left click on the object, right click, done, preview, okay, accept. It's all done, all about the array. Now, if you're thinking of in moving this, I'm fed up of these positions, and I'd like to move to select whole part, MOVE spacebar, done. So with respect to center, I'm moving it, I moved it. So this is very simple. Select it, MOVE spacebar, along which part you'd like to move this. So I better prefer, in case of circle, to select the center part. So center I've taken and moved it. So it's all done. And now it's this is the rotational part. Rotational part where I'll show you from here. This is the best example to show you the rotational part. See, I'm selecting this, I'm going to the rotation one, select this, make it happen. This is done. So if you'd like to go for something like ROTAT, so it is done in the white position, space bar, select object, left click. By left clicking on the object, select object, done, right click. It is done. Selected ROTAT. I selected the wrong angle. That's why it happened like that. So it's rotated. So this is what the rotation part is like this. So it's very easy, simple. So as I told you, so what? Click on the rotate, select the object, right click, select the reference point along which point you'd like to rotate it, click it, left click, rotating it, done. I got my point. So it's very easy. So now after rotation, we'd like to go directly. This is scale. The scale part is very easy. This C, I'm showing you SCL scale. I'm giving space bar. I'm selecting object, right click. Now I have to go just at the very base point. I'm clicking it. Now you can scroll the mouse. If you're scrolling mouse, now in the very down, see, if I'm scrolling it, see, see, I can change the scroll. So it is a bigger one. Clicked, done, scale change. Now if you'd like to go for a CLE, scale space, I'm selecting it and right clicking on it. So it is, I have to select the best point. Okay. So that's I shown you with the manual selection of, if you're scrolling the mouse, we're doing so you can change the shape, size of the object. So you're changing the scale. And now if you'd like to go for something like specify scale factor, see it is written over here, specify scale factor. Now I'd like to go for 50% of this size, or the present size. I'd like to go for 50% size. Come here, 0.50, enter. Reduced. Again, you'd like to reduce, SCALE, space bar. Select left click, right click. Now I like to, and I'd say I have to select the best point, obviously. So I've selected best point, and I'd go for 1/4, 0.25 in the whiteboard written space bar. It's not more reduced. Now I'd like to go for a, I'd like to make it 4 times, and I have to go for a 4 times, so the 8 times, so maybe 6 times. Okay, let's check. I'd like to go for it. It is selected. It is reference best point selected. Now it is 6 times. Okay, spacebar. Okay, gone. So this is what the scale you can change. One I've already demonstrated that how you can do it by something like a CA. Oh man, sorry, a CALE. Okay, selecting if object, right click, reference point. So how you can change the shape inside by again left clicking. So this is how you can change by usually manually by scrolling, by moving the mouse up and down. So you can change the scale factor. And again, I've told you also how you can without moving your mouse, selecting it, just base point, and now you have to just give the scale factor. If you would like to go for 0.25, okay, 25, that means 1/4, 25%. It's a reducing, so you don't have to scroll much, because while moving mouse, scrolling the mouse, it's very difficult for you to maintain the exact scale factor. It's very, the perception level is very poor, so that's why, and accuracy, precision, everything is poor as compared to this one. So better, this is the much preferred I mean procedure I usually recommend you to follow. So this was all about scale. So it's looking very small, right? So I have to make it a very fit one, best fit respect to display in the whole screen. So what the command we'll use? Yeah, absolutely. It has to be Z space, E space. Done. So now it's a scale and stretch. Stretch is almost like we can check. See, it's a select object. So we have to take the base point. So it is what stretching, you can make it. So this is what exactly the stretch part is, so how much you can stretch. So this is what stretch. So can select object, select right click, go for a, it's a go FTP right click, because enter, yeah, when you're in the keyboard, you're giving enter, and you're pressing enter key and pressing the space bar, and the same you have to like to go if like to have with the mouse, then you have to go for a right click. So then so it's a displacement, how much displacement you'd like to go. So it's once you can click on it, so specify the base point. So it is the displacement that you can make. So this is the displace, this is the stretching, but the how much with the base point you can move. So if you have to stretch, you have to move, something like this. Because sometimes I'll show you in some other part also, while you'll be drawing, will create some problem. You have to have some case stories where we can show you that how you can implement actual implications, because some of the commands are not being easy for you to uh, give you a very transparent, clear structures, so that you can get it very easily. So but you can, with the stretch, you can make it whatever you can make it. I've just shown you scale, and all these things are very much easy to show you without being applications and all this. But it is need applications, very soon will be get but not much. Very, it's not a very important part. The important parts have been discussed already. And now here is some of the parts there. That's trim, extend, trim and extend. It's extend, we can show it, extend. So this is extend, suppose. Now this is the object. Okay, you're right clicking, and this is the object. So here we are going with the extend. Okay, so this is extended to this part. So what actually have to do, click on the extend. This is the extend. Click the object where you have to extend. The object that, suppose you have to extend A to B. Now you have to click on the extend icon, bring left click. Obviously, whatever you have to click with the left click. Bring your mouse over the window, on the window, and then click on the B, because you have to extend A to the B. So from to, so up to which you have to extend, click on that surface, that object. Okay, then go for right click. Now left click on the object that would like to extend. That means B, left click, right click on A, come and then press left click. It will happen. So it is, let me show you with the text to be more interesting. I told you this is B. Okay. Perfect. And I pointed it yesterday. It's 10 and make it happen. It's okay. It is B. Okay, done. And we know how to copy. So copy it and like to make it. It's edit. We'll also know how to edit. Double click and A. So bring it. So it is AB. So now I have to extend A to B. Okay. This is extend. Left click. We have to extend A to B. Extend, left click, come to B, left click, right click, A, take your mouse to the A and left click. Bingo. So this is what actually can work with the extend part. And now it comes with your, let us move this part. It's disgusting. So extend, extend, no extend, no, it's have to go for stretch. Okay, spelling mistake. Okay, see here. Yes, now select object, reference point, move it. Yes, now it's okay, because we have to move to the another part. It's to trim it. See, they heard it is trim. Now let me show you that if you like to go for a trim with this, this is what you have to trim. Suppose I would like to show you that how it be doing it. Select all the object, 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 object, object. Let's check. And from which? Okay, 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 okay. So exactly what you have seen this side. So this is what first you have to click on the trim. So this is this is the trim part. Trim, select it. So I'd like to trim this part, okay. I'd like to keep only this semicircle part. Let me show you this semicircle part. I have to keep. So first I have to, I've clicked here, left click, right click, left click, done. Okay, which I have to trim, the part that I have to trim, I will just I will click on it at the very last part of this entire process of trimming. Okay, so here let me take you. Okay, so this is the trim part. This I have to trim from this. So last I will click on this part at the very last. So now from which I have to trim? From this part I have to trim, because trimming is only possible if you have the intersection part. If you don't have any intersection, suppose I'm showing you, let me, oh, here we are having some, suppose this line. So here there is no point of intersection. Now let me take you this line as like this. Okay, now this is, there is intersection. Now I'd like to trim this part. Okay, we can put it down over here, but I'm, for the explanation part, I'm just showing you. They'd like to trim it. I have to trim it, or something like, you know, if this is the factor. Now this transparent line, I would like to, I have to hide it, and it seems like it is coming, it display should be up to this, then up to this, then it seems like that the at the background side, this line is still there, but it's not visible from this side, so you have to hide it. So you have to hide it means you have to delete that. So how is it possible? Okay, you have to draw a line from up to here, then you have to draw another line from here, then you have to match. How is it possible to match this alignment and this alignment at very straight to each other? So that will be very complicated. So better is to extend the line and trim the middle part. Bingo. So what you have to do, you have to trim this part from this circle. Okay, so you have to trim this part, so from this part, so you can take any one of it. So let us check. If you are been clicking all the time in the trim part, so trim, I'm clicking on it, so I have to trim this one. So I will click on it at the very last. So first from here I have to trim, then right click, then left click, but it is taking the whole line away. So there has to be some alternative. Don't do this mistake. So what we have to do, we have to trim this part from, so think something. Okay, let's check it. This is trim. I want to trim this part. I have to trim this part. Okay. Oh, sorry, extremely sorry. I forgot to right click. Exactly, that's it. So I have to do this. So the point is that you have to trim this part from this circle. If you do, then only it will remove the entire part staying inside this entire circle. So then that's why I've selected this one. So it removed the whole part of this. It removed the entire part that is residing the object, the entire part of this object which is residing within this circle, inside this circle. So that's why it trimmed it. So I have to trim the part that is inside this small circle. So that's why, okay, trim, left click, right click, done. That's it. So this is what you have learned. Now this is what uh, is actually a time-taking process for me. So if you have to go for a very faster process, what you'll do, let's see, tr space space, remove this, done. What up? So this is what actually the professional shortcut keys we usually use, tr space space, and then make it happen. Okay. Oh, that's so. Even if you are being doing any undo process, trim process is still staying there. So it's a double enter you're making it. So one tr and it's giving trim, one first enter you're being executing the process. Let's say, let me show you. Okay. And tr space, select object, space, fence crossing project. So the here it is written, the fence crossing project h e, raise, undo, and something more if you can, it could write, so it doesn't matter. So if you just go on, and I can change the entire design, like let me show you. So okay, see, there is no more interact, I mean, in this section. So this line you can't delete, but we can delete this one, see, because it is having an intersection. So that's why we can delete it. So this is what the basic requirements, it's has to be there, because well, if you have some intersection, then only you can be able to trim any particular line, any particular section of any drawing. So now I'd like to remove all this middle part of the entire circle from trim, and it's happening so faster. See, tr space, double space. You can also go for double enter, double space. I prefer space because it's very handy to come, because my thumb is working faster. Anybody's thumb, they can give to thumb, uh, thumb kick, whatever you can say, it's up to you. So this is how we can design as the circle. So this is, so the more, if you want to go for more to make it a single unit, I'd like to remove this. Okay, your space, so it is having an interaction. It's it. That's it. It's all about practice, nothing more than this. Remove it. Select it, delete it. It is all done. That's it. Now, if you would like to go for another circle, you can take it the circle and you make it. Then if you like to design, go for any design, something like this, and to color, make it, let's make it a single color. That'll be much more better. And the yellow color, yes, I would like to go for yellow color and add pick point, pick it. Okay, it looks good, really. So I just did it like that, so you can select something else. So double enter, I told you. So let me show you. This did, and double enter, done. So that's all you can do. So I just selected. What I did, same as it is. So it's let me repeat why I'm going there. So it's a gradient, add peak point, right click, enter. Again, I enter the same thing, same. Anything. It is over to you that I will select it. But I've shown you the fastest way because it is required when it'll be adopting this as a one of your professional part. You can go for any diagram and all this. You can draw somebody's diagram. You can take money from them. So it's a very way of, it's a perfect way to make it more professional. The way, and AutoCAD is something, the more we could go on nurturing it, will become the more expertise on it. It's nothing like that, because I might also forget if I don't use AutoCAD for around 1 year. Then it will be very difficult for me to remember to recapitulate the commands or the shortcuts actually. And since I've been working with the AutoCAD since like it's around might be 7 to 8 years, more than that. Might be 7 to 8 years, and not 8 years. It has to be 6 or 7 years. It is, yes. So that's why it is very true and now I usually don't forget, but sometimes I usually forget. Sometimes some part, because the point, the commands, these are the things though, those I've done a lot of work with those commands. So that's where those points I won't forget a lot, because and the points, because it is the human nature. The more you practice, become the very much accustomed to that thing, it will be within your veins and will not forget it very easily. And but the new commands, if you have adopted within the last 1 or 2 years or 3 years and now been working on it very frequently, then that will be very natural. So it's nothing very surprising. It's the truth. The person, those who knows the facts, though, if you are being moving to somebody and he knows AutoCAD very well, and he has learned AutoCAD from the base roots, and if I've been showing your a novice, and if you're novice in front of you and being forgetting, and don't be shy in front of them, those peoples, because they understand what exactly is happening, because they're the real fighter, they're the real warrior who have learned these things by fighting hard. So it's a psychological or the philosophical class. I'm sorry about that. So this is all about the tool part, and these parts are not much important, but I can teach you. But I like to teach you while we'll be going through any diagram and all this, because this is the free. If I'm giving you a free applications, or showing you how to use it, what the commands should you. In that case, these are the commands what I've told you are more easy, the perfect one, and the important one that I've shown you. And it is easy to make you understand without being applications, without being showing any applications of the drawing and all that. And now this is the last part I'm showing you, that the explode part. You remember I told you that if you have been drawing some of the rectangles, suppose this is the rectangle, it is a single unit, and you have been drawing with the line. Suppose this is the line, or this is also rectangle, so forget about it. So drawing a line, same rectangle with the this is not rectangle, sorry, it's a quadrilateral. So you'll be having four different edge, four different edges, and these edges are together, stacked stacked to each other. They connected to each other, form a single unit region to form a single body, and which is a quadrilateral, but not a single region. I mean, see here, it is a for different region we are getting when they are integrated to form a single one. Seems like single one, but practically single one is this one. We're clicking anywhere, the whole object is becoming blue. So explode is actually, so when what I come to know that you have been selecting object, left click, right click, the entire object is becoming their single unit. This now there is no difference between this one and this. Only both are both are obviously they are quadrilateral, but this is they're having a specific name that's called rectangle. That's different. Now I would like to break this. It was initially it was made okay. Let me show you this one. It was not a single unit. Then we applied region. Then we make it a single unit. I mean, and for different edges, it was connected to each other, and then now we have made it a single region based object. Now I would like to make it to the bring back to the initial one. So you might have questions that we can make a Control Z. Automatically it will come like this. Okay, so I will not go to the contradictory part. So now this we can't make it like with the Control Z, so better come to the point. Now I'm selecting explode. Okay, now I'm selecting explode. Okay, explode. See this, got my point. Now I think you've come to know. So again I'll make it as region, make it region, done. Again I'll explode it, this, done. See this. Okay, enjoy it, seems brilliant, like. Okay, so this is all about part 2, modification tools demonstration. Today it's over, and again I must say that thank you for listening and getting my video. And my getting my video is the most worst sentence that I've used. Getting the content of the video, that's the perfect one, because my objective is to make you learn about this subject. So see you soon, with a very as soon as possible, as early as possible, because many contents have been waiting for you. So happy learning, hope to see you. Just take care, and just hope to see you soon, and maintain a good health, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.